All right, trying to get back at it, get in throwing mode again, as I am about a month out from headed down to Florida for North versus South. My first time being invited to this game, pretty excited about it. I've paid attention and seen that thing going for as long as I've been throwing. So really excited to get back to Florida, throwing down there. Kind of got my traveling Highland Games throwing experience in Florida, actually at the Northeast Florida Highland Games. So, and getting to Florida from Alaska in January is as good a reason as any, throw. I've been doing a lot of content, more short form content lately with a lot of my training because, I don't know, just a little more fun with that, switching gears a little bit, but I'm trying to get back now to doing this longer form educational, or at least kind of explaining what I do in this part of my season, in this part of my off season, I guess you could say. A little bit of it'll be an early start, and then who knows after that what my next games is gonna be. I might compete in January, and it might be several months before I compete again. We'll see how the invites and everything roll out. So today, I'm going to do a lot of prehab style work with some low back. Been having some QL, SI joint area stuff just kind of flared up, along with still trying to take care of this hip and keeping the knees as healthy as I can for where I'm at with them. So follow me along as I do some of that stuff, do some voiceover to kind of explain what that is and why I do it, and then I'll see what I can get as far as my strength work. I've been trying to move the deadlift numbers back up to the numbers at the level they used to be at. While I don't know that that's a great lift that everybody should chase around, the deadlift, it is something that I feel has contributed to my success in the past. So I'm going to continue to push that intelligently, listen to the body as any sort of aches and pains kind of surface, and move it up and get it at a level, and we'll see how it pays off. First opportunity is, of course, in Florida. So check it out, guys. Any questions? I'm back. Watch me.
Ay, el rachetón. El marra. Te lo voy a dar. Dice que le gustan los gorditos. Ay, ella quiere perrear, quiere un gordito. Me quiere amarrar, solo le doy un poquito. Ella quiere perrear, me llama papacito. Quítate la ropa, baby, cuando yo estoy listo. Ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear,
La mando pa'l y no me trae el dinero. Es que quiero toda la plata en el mundo entero. Asumo que cuento con su apoyo, mami, vamos.
Lately, I've been throwing in these leg presses. It's actually called a squat press. About the best leg press device I've ever used is that Cybex squat press. Just the way it articulates, mimics the motion of a squat a little bit better. But at any rate, I've been finding that these have been helping a lot with like some adductor tightness. If I spend a good amount of time and do a number of reps with a light weight and really try to stretch out the lower end range of motion a lot, it definitely feels like it helps a lot. Some of that tightness kind of contributes to some weird pain signals. I say pain, but I'm using that term real loosely. I just get uncomfortable, especially in like a hinge pattern. So I do that, and then superset it with these anti-squats, these reverse squats, I guess you could call them, to really activate the hip flexors to pull my knees towards my chest. Again, really just like an activation, getting them working, strengthening those smaller muscles that work in the opposite plane, or the same plane but opposite direction of the squat to push muscles. And I'm just gonna keeping these in there. They really did seem to help a lot towards the end of the season this year, and are currently helping me with overall hip comfort, I guess. And then I tried these kind of like a tsunami bar marches. You put the kettlebells in the end. It's really unstable overhead position, and then marching, just to kind of think about like stabilizing the core, try to keep the pelvis pretty square. It's kind of like a higher skill or a higher balance movement. I think it was more detracting than it was it was more detracting than it was helpful. So I only did one set like this. I did some definitely marching in place was a hell of a lot easier, but
hey, just trying to throw some stuff at it, trying to throw everything I can at it to see if I can find a motion that helps. So I switched gears. Instead of doing that cockamamie setup, I just switched gears to these single like suitcase carries with a kettlebell suspended from the bands to kind of introduce a little bit of that chaos and reactivity from my core, keep from rotating over and bending on that, and that was way better. So if I was going to recommend one over the other, definitely going to recommend a suitcase carry first of all, and then if you want to throw that band on there, it just kind of challenges you a little bit more. And then as you'll see here in a minute, I did decide to do some sumo deadlifts. So sumo sucks still, but I think it has its purpose and it has a use. So just check it out, watch it, stay tuned to the end, because hey, no spoiler alert, but sumo sucks.
Just had this wild idea to change up my deadlifts just a little bit today. With all the hip issues that I feel like I've been having, contributing to not being able to give it my best, give it my all. I'm gonna try some sumo deadlifts, and I'll just work up to kind of that same plan of 5 reps, 4 or 5 reps with a weight that's considerable without causing pain with a sumo deadlift, something that I don't normally do. In fact, I'm pretty bad at it. Even at my peak, I could deadlift 685 or so conventional and probably would have struggled with 550 on a sumo. So the point isn't the weight, the point is health and building up the strength of the muscles that help support a good strong base, good strong deadlift, good strong back, adductors, etc. All the stuff that I need on the field when I'm throwing. So let's see how it makes me feel at the end of this. Not feeling terrible. All my powerlifting friends, sorry if I suck at it. Sumo's dumb.
Esa cosa que te quiero hacer, baby, no salen en mi mente. Esa carita pa' mí es tope. Si vamos a ver ese frío que terminamos en el motel, porque calentura la de aquella noche. Seamos horneros y que no nos cachen, lo volvemos a hacer nuevamente. Ese frío que si lo prendemos 12, porque calentura la de aquella noche. Seamos horneros y que no nos cachen, lo volvemos a hacer nuevamente. La pasamos rico aunque picamos, solo pa' ti babies que gastamos, yeah. Tengo ese saco lleno de ramos, dime si quieres repetir. En el calle así te vi, esa carita se le nota que quiere mí. Lo más chimba de este mundo es hacerte venir, tu mojadita y entera, pensando en las villas. En el calle así te vi, esa carita se le nota que quiere mí. Lo más chimba de este mundo es hacerte venir, tu mojadita y entera, pensando en las villas. Si vamos a ver ese frío que terminamos en el motel, porque calentura la de aquella noche. Seamos horneros y que no nos cachen, lo volvemos a hacer nuevamente. Ese frío que si lo prendemos 12, porque calentura la de aquella noche. Seamos horneros y que no nos cachen, lo volvemos a hacer nuevamente. Los vecinos hacen bulla porque tú haces bulla, y nos toca mi casa porque no pueden la suya. Baby, esa cama está mojada de esa lluvia. Le meto al only pero estudia. Baby, mero vacilo, perremos esta canción, que tengo una once y buen sexo y reggaetón. Uy, que nuestra chimba deja mal sabor, pero ese pato no te trata como lo hago yo. Que es amor, esa noche de sexo en mi habitación. No es falta de sexo, es falta de todo. Sabes que no hay nada con ese cabrón. No, 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 ese frío que terminamos en el motel, porque calentura la de aquella noche. Seamos horneros y que no nos cachen, lo volvemos. Si vamos a ver ese frío que terminamos